Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 75. Today, we are not going to tolerate any slow play. Everybody has been armed with a taser. Do what you want. Feel free to start early. That will help the schedule move along. This is a blue chalk only event. No smoking unless you're in a designated smoking area. And no flash photography.
All right, looks like we're ready to get started. DAMIAN PONGPANIK versus Randy Baker. A good classic matchup, and both of these players have been playing really strong in this tournament. But here we go, 9 a.m. for the B-side finals match. The winner of this will go on to play in the Elite Singles Final later today against Chad Raswick, who's waiting in the wings, getting some rest. Probably out right now having a nice leisurely breakfast, maybe a walk on the beach, getting himself ready for the finals match. Whoever wins this is going to have to go up and double dip him. And he's been playing really strong. So, but both of these players have been playing really good.
Second chance silvers, 1 and 2. Brackets will go up at noon. Play will start at 1:30.
Okay, so Damian to break right off the bat. Let's see what he's got. Center ball break. Looking for that 9 in the side or 10 in the side. Balls behind the head ball should go towards the side pocket. 10 ball just misses, but he's pocketed a bunch of balls there. A couple of them. He's going to have some options to get started, but not a ton. His cue ball got kicked down table, so that's going to create a few less options than what he would have had it stayed in the center. Yeah, I'm going to find out right now, Adrian. I'll find out what time the finals is. I'm just going right now onto the bracket. The finals is scheduled for 11 a.m. today, so it'll be right after this, basically. And that's going to be on table 9, so that's going to be the feature table, the feature stream table, which is Raw Hannah's On the Wire Creative Media. You'll be able to watch that finals match on the Wire, YouTube, or Facebook. And that will be Chad Raswick versus one of these two players.
It is now 9 a.m. If you do not have an opponent, please step to the center aisle of the pool tables and raise your cue high in the air so the referees can come and assist you.
Damian fires the 3 ball in the side pocket. That was a really tough shot to get started with, but it opened up everything nicely. That was a high reward shot. He knew if he made that, everything else kind of plays nicely.
Clean up your mess, take it to a trash can, and get rid of it. Thank you.
Going to get that bridge out. And like I said, Damian has had quite a tournament already. He defeated Jackson McDonald in the first round 7-3. Then he went on to play a hill-hill match that he won against Tony Strizelzik. And then he defeated Alex Brown, who's been playing lights out, 7-4. And then he followed that up with a win over Mike Deichmann to make it to the hot seat last night that he lost yesterday to Chad Raswick. Chad beat Damian 7-4. So
you're on the clock.
Randy Baker, on the other hand, his tournament so far has gone first round, he beat John Scudder 7-3. Second round, he beat Rob Cameron 7-3. And then Randy also lost to Chad Raswick. So both of these players lost to the guy who's sitting in the hot seat. So Randy lost to Chad in a hill-hill match. I missed what happened, but I don't see the 2 ball. I'm guessing Damian might have pocketed that 2 and scratched. I was reading the bracket, so I kind of missed that. Apologize. But that's quite a big turnover. I was thinking that Damian was out after that initial shot on the 3 ball to get started. And this should be lights out. There's nothing in the way. He wants that 15 ball as the key ball for the 8. 15 plays no problem to the corner. So I'm very certain that that will be the last ball before the 8 that Randy shoots.
Table 33, Nikki Thomas. To table 33, Nikki Thomas. 33, you're on the clock.
Oh, I see what happened. I went back and watched. It looked like DAMIAN had missed that 6 ball. Looked like a fairly straightforward shot, just kind of straight in and roll the cue ball forward. And funny things happen in the 9 a.m. matches that you just don't typically see. Yes, Adrian, you are correct. This is the B-side finals. So this is a third-place match. Loser gets third place. Winner gets to play Chad Raswick in the finals at 11 a.m. on table 9. Randy Baker with a 1-0 lead and the break. So he has, at the elite level, who has the break advantage is definitely the favorite to win the set. Because so many... Randy yesterday had 3 break-and runs against Mike Deichmann. And in a race to 6, that's every one of, almost all of your breaks he broke and ran. It's tough to beat. So we'll see if he can keep that going. Randy was playing very good yesterday. One thing I like watching him play. I like his style. He doesn't, he's certainly capable of the crafty defensive play, but he tends to take a little more risk than some other players that I've seen. And it paid off for him yesterday. He took some swings at some clustered balls and made great shots to get out of racks that a lot of other players would have went to the safety game. Randy wants to close out the rack when he's at the table, and I don't blame him. That was a really good break there. He's going to have a great opportunity to run this one out. Take a 2-0 lead. Who all's out there? I got 35 live watching. Hit the share button. Let people know that it is Wednesday morning, but we've got some great pool action going on. So hit that share button and hit me up in the chat so I don't get too bored over here. Good morning, Chris. How many players are left? Yeah, so we already got that answered. Okay, I'm caught up on the chat. Good morning, Mr. Hot Seat winner, Chad Raswick, in the chat. Congratulations on your work so far that you've put in to this tournament. I was just talking about you earlier, saying that you're probably enjoying a nice breakfast and maybe a walk on the beach, getting your mind right for the 11 o'clock finals. I'm sure Chad is interested in this match to know who his opponent's going to be. So Randy's got himself in a little bit out of shape here. He's going to have to move a little more than he wants. He's got options here. He can cut this ball, which I don't like. He could also cut this 14 here, but I don't like that either. He's back cutting it to the bottom left corner. And he's missed it. Yeah, that was a tough shot. A lot of things to navigate with the cue ball moving through those blockers there. So Damian, so each player with one error so far in this match. Damian with the shooting error on the 6 ball in the first rack. And now Randy with the error on the 14 ball. So let's see if Damian can get through this cleanly. He's got some work to do. Got to figure out the right pattern. You know, the 6 and 5 is okay. It's not going to be terrible here because the 5 plays by the 10. So you've got options. If you're bringing the cue ball in this area here, you've got options for the... Yeah, and you can get over there where he's pointing over here. Gives you more options because you've got the 6 or the 5 that both play to the bottom left corner. So those balls are not in trouble at all. Yeah, trying to get over a little bit further. This is not the angle that he wants because this angle on the 6 kind of forces him to have to draw into the 5. It's probably okay. It's a pretty slight angle. He should just be able to stun this into the 5 and not move it too much. Yeah, that's what we're going to see here.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Dylan. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I tried to message you and I figured you were too busy, but I was asking if it was okay if I hopped on, but I didn't think you'd mind.
Yeah, thanks for jumping in. I did not see your message. My phone was on silent. So
all good. We have a third place match here for Elite Singles. I didn't want to let you have all the fun by yourself.
Yeah, this is good action, and it was really enjoyable watching Randy play yesterday. I really enjoyed the match against Mike B. It was, a shootout basically, and Randy was putting on a show.
Yeah, you're not super familiar with Randy, right?
I've not super, but I've seen him play enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just know that he hasn't really been attending a whole lot of the BCA or the Chinook Wins events the last couple of years, and he's from down, Salem, Coosbury, and your way up north. But he can play some 8-ball, man. Let me tell you, he can do some things with that cue ball. I remember I played against him in teams a couple of years back when I was coming up, and he had a run out that I thought for sure I was getting to the table, and just the way that the things he can do with a cue ball, man, is impressive. Oh
no, another error from Damian. So he is not dialed into his normal game just yet. And,
really
we see these kind of mistakes in the 9 a.m. matches quite a bit more than we do later.
Yeah, the last rack, the ball that he missed, I know he was trying to keep his angle, but he missed it like pretty bad for him. And I was really surprised. And that one right there, this one was a little bit more interesting to me because it was not necessary. Like he, look at where his cue ball is. Like he's not really in obviously he's decent on the 1 ball, but it just didn't really seem like he needed to do that. He could have gone forward a little bit for the 3 ball instead of the 1. That was interesting. I would
agreed.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against Randy getting out here. That's for sure.
Those are huge. At this level of the game, those mistakes are so costly. So he's going to go down 2-0 most likely, and
I'm surprised Randy didn't take the 14
back
there
on his next break. He does break in the next rack.
Yeah, I would have taken, if I were him, I would have taken the 14
Kryptonite.
first.
Yeah, 9 a.m. pool is the kryptonite of most pool players. What do you got here, Damian? I mean, Dylan.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't that he couldn't get out. It just, he was jacking up, trying to draw a little bit when he could have just rolled forward with top and gotten on that other ball. So, but I don't know what I mean. I don't. Who knows what I know? This guy's been playing 8-ball longer than I've been alive. So,
Yeah. I was talking earlier about Randy's strategy, his style of play, and it's a little more offensive than some of the other players that we'll see in this tournament, and it makes for good TV because he does pull out these incredible breakout shots, and he did last night against Mike D. He had some shots where I thought, okay, well, he's gonna lay up, right? He's gonna go for these couple of balls, and then he's gonna try to get a snooker and loosen up his problem. No, he doesn't. He went right for it. He went all on the attack, and it worked out. He made some incredible outs.
That's why I said when I played him in teams a couple years ago, my first event, that was the thing. I was in my mind. I was like, I'm going to get a shot. This table is so gross. I had like three different clusters, and he was just sending that cue ball 3 and 4 rails, bottom inside. Like he just got every single thing untied and ran out. And I was just like, holy moly, what do I like?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do? Just watch in awe.
Yeah. So I like stripes here on this break from Damian.
I do too. I think that the 4 ball, being that you don't have it now, makes it kind of tough to get on. The 5 doesn't pass the 13.
Yeah.
The getting on the 3 you'd have to shoot the 3 as your opener for solids if you were to take solids, but I don't really think you can get on the 4 ball. So
there's no reason to take solids because he's got the opener on the 10 ball.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of floating down. If you're going to float down, you got to watch that 9 ball. You want to try to bump
this 9.
Yeah, I think so too. Come into the 9. You got to be accurate here. If you come off the side of that 9, you could get funny.
Yeah, the 15 goes by the 13. I would say that's the only real trouble I see is like the 15 to the 13, because that's probably the pattern you're going to have to play, unless you bump this 9 so good you can play 9, 15, and then he took solids.
That surprises me.
See, I'm not super. So I was just gonna say I'm not super surprised because that 15, although it has 2 or 3 pockets, it's kind of funny to like get there and get on the 13 maybe. So he the 5 does go by the 8. So maybe he's just gonna play the 1, 5, 4 as his key balls, because then he can just roll the 1 in the side, roll the 5 by the 8, and he should be golden. Yeah, he's actually probably, and he got perfect on the 6 to do this as well. So yeah, he's about to make solids look really easy after we talked about how they might not be. So
yeah, and Morgan is in the chat. Morgan Joe says he's going solids. He agrees.
Oh, I just saw the chat button. Nice, I like that. I saw them talking about that yesterday. So I think it's interesting. He said gotta take solids. I think with this level with his game, I think either balls could have been ran out. I think that the 15 was a little funny, but very manageable because it had a couple of different pockets. And the 13, it's not like you would have had to work too hard to get on the 13 because it's like within 8 inches of the pocket.
Yeah, Damian got a bit more angle on that 1 than he was looking for.
That was is that why he had to do that? Sorry, I was looking at
he wanted to get straight on that 1 ball so they could go 1, 5, follow the 5, and then have the easy 4, 8.
Right.
But the angle
he got good on this though. He's got angle. He's off the rail. That was a really good shot on the 1 ball.
It was just a nice angle on the 5 to get him to
forward here with some top left. Get down to like the first diamond on the long rail. Oh, whoa.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't like that.
That could have ended up really badly. He put a lot more left on that than I was expecting. But he's okay. It's just get that first W and it'll feel a lot better, right?
Yeah, CR Buke. I do not have the Calcutta payouts for the top 3, but the top 3 payouts just for the entry and like the pot. First place is 1,860. Second place is 990, and third place is 530.
Okay, Damien on the board, and we're going to go to a quick commercial.
At BiggleBox.com, you're not just a customer, you're the king. Join our rewards program and watch the perks rain down on you. BiggleBox.com, where kings are made.
All right. Hey, and I just wanted to give a special shout out to Dylan Helfingston. Thank you so much for your volunteer work this week and for helping out with the commentary and making the experience better for these players and viewers. Thank you very much. Dylan is not getting paid. He is doing this because he loves the sport and he loves the game. And so I just wanted to, if you see Dylan, shake his hand and tell him thanks.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I called Zach Zager before I hopped on because I didn't know the URL for I wasn't sure what it was, and then he told me he has a match at 10:30 on table 6. I'm gonna try to hop on that after this too. I think I'm gonna be able to. I think I have time to make that work. So
yeah,
I'm
good.
excited.
Maybe I'll join you on that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that commentating alone, although it's sometimes necessary, it is definitely not the most fun. Which is why when I saw you on, I logged on and I saw. Well, actually, I think it was you who shared someone shared on one of the pool groups that this match was happening. That's what I thought. And then I logged on and I saw you were commentating by yourself. I was like, well, I don't have anything going on right now. I can hop on that, but
yeah,
it's nice it's nice for the viewers, right? Like that's who we really do it for. It's not for the pool players. It's not for you. Like I don't do it for EvoSports. It's for the viewers because it's way more enjoyable watching with commentary.
It is. And you do a great job of breaking down the kind of the analytics of what's going on through the players' minds with these situations. This is a bit trickier of a rack that we've seen. So a dry break from Randy is going to give the first opportunity to Damien, and he has really got to maximize everything because these races can get away real quick.
Yeah, it's. I believe didn't Randy just break these?
Yeah, Randy broke dry.
That's the thing is. I was gonna say it's actually funny. I'm glad I didn't end up saying it because of something else. But I was gonna say, like even with Damien getting that game, when you have a game back alternate break and you're not breaking the next game, it can be really tough at this level. But sure enough, Randy ends up breaking dry, and now we potentially have a 2-2 game here, a 2-2 match.
Potentially, there is work to do. The 3-ball, it looks, he's trying to get the angle. See, this 3 is really close to the 12. So he's got to get the right angle to get in here. And I don't know if
that's I think he can throw it in right now.
That's what I'm thinking. It looks like he might have got there, but he doesn't seem to be looking at the 3.
He's not looking there. Yeah, I think he was trying to maybe get himself angle on the 7 to do it because he has the 1 there as like a bailout ball, but it's hard to get it. It's hard to get the breakout with either the 4-ball just because of where the 14 is. Like and the 11. I just don't see you being able to get it there. Yeah,
looking at the table live, I do think that the 3 plays by the 12 to that corner. It doesn't look like it on this camera view, but it's over closer to me, and I can see it. Pretty sure.
He's got to be stunning here past the side pocket because he doesn't want to risk coming into that 4-2-ball area. I would imagine that's what he's doing. Oh, wow. He went for the breakout there, which is what I was wondering, but it looked too steep.
Oh, no. That's really, really
like I said, I thought he was trying to get on the 7-ball for that breakout, but I didn't think that he would attack it with that much angle. I mean, he did get like a lot out of that 7-ball with left spin. But my concern was that coming in at this angle for the breakout really risks moving that 12 into the path of like the 4 and the 2, which is another reason I didn't think that he would try that.
Yeah.
doesn't matter now because he didn't touch either one of them, but he's a little bit in trouble now.
He's big in trouble. I don't think he can see the one. And
Hey,
so
Gage, this is a B-side match. It is alternate break, and this is for the third place. So this is the winner of the B-side against the loser of the hot seat match.
correct. The winner of this plays the finals at 11 o'clock against Chad Raswick on Table 9 on Raw Hannah's On the Wire, Creative Media, YouTube and Facebook channel. You can find it there.
Thank you for the kind comments, Chad. If only I could execute half of what I see or think, that would be nice. Or if I could pocket balls like you do, that would be very nice as well.
Step 1 is knowing what to do. Step 2 is actually being able to do it, right? You have to know what the right thing is to do first before you can even get started with the execution part.
So he's going to shoot this jacked up. He has no fear when he plays.
Nope. Yeah, I noticed that. He is not somebody who shies away from something difficult. He is a no fear kind of player. Absolutely.
I think that comes from his past with, he's definitely known as like a money player, a gambler, hustler, however you want to phrase it. And I think that after so many years of playing like that, you kind of learn, you like build through the scar tissue of that fear, like no longer shying away from a shot because it's hard. Like you take the shot that you know is the right shot and you live with the results. And that's probably why he is the player that he is now. There's definitely something to be said for like taking the right shot and not shying away from it, no matter if it's your favorite shot, your least favorite shot. And eventually those shots will become more of your favorite shots, or they'll become at least a little bit more easy to execute if you force yourself to take them under pressure like this.
For sure. And Damian has earned an extra chance at the table with a little bit of craftiness, getting.
I don't love this right here. I'm going to be honest. I think that.
I don't either. But he's okay.
Ball?
He's okay. Yeah, the 4 on the side, and it's the cue ball is going to track towards the 14, I believe.
Right, and play the 2 in the side.
Yeah. So I think he's going to be okay. But you just got to, whenever you're coming into a ball, you've got to be very careful because if you come off the wrong side,
you don't want to glance off the bottom of the 14 and get below the 2.
You don't.
Perfect.
He comes full into it. That was nice.
Jimmy Buckets gives lessons. Perfect. Sign me up. My elite Scotch doubles partner this weekend is currently sitting in the hot seat, and we did not even make the money. So I think the common denominator there says that I need some lessons.
Well, lots of things can happen in a match that are unexpected. But Damian, a chance to tie this up and take the breaking advantage, which is huge because Damian did have the first break. He won the coin toss or the leg.
Yeah, nice out there.
That's huge to win this rack off of Randy's break. And
I think that I would give the advantage on the breaks to Damian. I was watching his matches yesterday, the ones that were, streamed. And he has a very, very strong 8-ball break. I don't know that Randy has the same firepower on the break that he has. So that just kind of speaks towards those last 2 games where Randy had opportunities. Actually, no, I'm sorry, just the last game. I believe 2 games ago, Damian broke and ran. But that last game when Randy did get an opportunity, it just is even more important for him to be able to get out there or gain some type of table control because Damian's breaks, I don't know that Randy's going to get too many opportunities in those games.
Yeah, I will say that Randy had a number of break and runs in his match against Mike Deichmann last night. Yesterday, if you go back and watch that, I think he broke and ran almost every rack that he broke.
Really? Well, okay.
I know it was at least 3 in a row that he broke and ran against Mike. So,
I'm not saying that he can't, right? Like, obviously, At this level, everybody can break and run, and it should be at a higher eclipse than, like, what I'm doing or you're doing. But I just think that Damian's break, it's, like I said, just the break, not the break and run, but just the break. I think Damian has the advantage. I think after the break, it's probably pretty even, but.
Yeah. Looks like we're on a player break. Speaking of breaks, we're going to quick player break from Randy. So we'll be right back. We're going to play a quick commercial for EvoSports.
Introduce.
Never mind. I thought they were going on break, but I thought, well, that's a little quick for a player break. He's only been playing for 30 minutes, but I just didn't see him. I think he might have been just getting a cup of water or something. Okay, watch out, cue ball. Watch out. Oh, this is getting messy here.
Dry? No.
I think it is a dry break.
He did break
Boy,
dry, but
that's
what a
the way
place to leave the cue ball.
I know. If you're going to break dry, that's the way to do it. We might see an open table safety here, which is pretty rare, especially for an aggressive player like Randy. He wants to get started, and look for him to maybe even eye out this potential to get started. But I don't like solids. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you said potential opening safety, that's probably the right thing to do, but probably the wrong guy at the table to do it.
Exactly. I don't know if I've ever seen Randy play a safety on an open table, but this might be, because it's never a good idea. You never really like the idea of playing a safety and giving them the chance. You know, everything's a target. There's not going to be a ball in hand for you at the end, right? So where do you put the cue ball?
I was gonna say the thing is like his only options to play safe really are like off the 1 or off the 14, and like getting the cue ball to where it is now. However, you're gonna move one of those balls.
Yeah.
And I think that it's difficult. I think it's extremely difficult to hit the 14 and get the cue ball in a position where you don't give the 1.
I agree.
And then you're gonna be moving the 14 and potentially giving the 2 ball like half a pocket. So it's
the only thing that you can really fire at is this combo, right? And the downside,
Triple G over here throwing shots at you.
The downside to that is, Triple G's always.
He was trying to give you some action, and
he's always trolling.
Man, this is tough. Somebody want to let Randy know that he's past his shot clock. He's going to put it right up on the 2 ball.
And he did not make it.
I don't know that I like that.
No, well.
But I mean, I apologize. It's hard to say that with the position that he was in, and the 14 is still hindered a little bit by the 2, so not terrible. And it says a lot about the rack if Randy Baker is playing safe on an open table. It says a lot about where he was at. So do you take this, 10 ball right now? And
I really like stripes.
Maybe try to jack up and draw back into the 2 just to be extra aggressive?
Oh, that would be extra aggressive. If he's got the line, if he's really straight on this, you have to jack up to pull that off, but it's a big reward if you can pull that off.
Yeah, because I think that at his level, in the 10 ball being so close to the cue ball, jacked up is tough, but with it being that close, it's a little bit easier to be accurate. And you have 2 balls that you can shoot from that position if you come into the 2 ball, regardless if it comes out funny. Like you have either the 12 or the 14, hopefully one of the 2. So how was your singles run, Patrick? You still in it?
No, I didn't have my A game yesterday, and I got knocked out by Eric Blundell.
Oh, okay. I know Eric. I played him for the first time in a mini Mosconi that Zach Zager ran in Salem. Is he from up near you?
No, he's from that area, and that's where I had met him previously as well.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's he played really good, and I made. Well, it's funny, I made 1 error in each of the games that I lost, and that's all it took. So if you don't play perfect,
it's hard
you don't play perfect, you don't win. Okay, so I kind of like this. He's set himself up.
Solids, okay.
Yeah, he's going to pull it off right here.
I don't like it.
Well, there's 3 balls that he's got down there.
He's looking at coming underneath the 10 and bumping the 1, but that still doesn't solve the 2-14 issue.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. He might come into this rail and into the 10 and use the 10 as the wrecking ball. So he's going at nice and soft pace, not trying to do
now
too
you're
much.
straight.
Yeah.
He's gonna play it off the 4. See, I've said this before. This is some of the part of my game in 8-ball that needs some work, is this like creativity aspect. Like you see Zach Zager and now Damian and like some of these guys playing these like really creative shots, and that I'm a very, very like boring player. I look for like the you know, the open shot, and what a good shot. And he's gonna bump the 8 into him now.
You know, he almost opened up the 6 ball as well.
I think the 6 goes between the 15 and the 11.
Well, he's looking at it now. He's looking at it.
If I go, it would help if I went from like the middle of the 6 ball. I think it goes.
Look at, he's really taking a long look at this 6
It goes. I'm pretty sure it goes.
Well, you just looking at the player, you know, at Damian at the table, and now he's looking at it again. So if it does go, it's extremely tight.
Well, yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's a Grand Canyon opening, but it definitely has the potential to be pocketed.
I think so. But and the thing is, he has to take it now if it goes.
Yeah.
You're not going to get better than this on it. And
yeah, so you look at the speed he played it with. It went all day. He just wanted to be sure. I mean, you're 2-2 right now with Randy breaking next. You don't want to, like, take a shot for granted, so I can respect that.
Yep. Now you got to worry about.
Now, what do you do with the 8? You got the 8 goes in the same pocket. He just played the 6, so your key ball is going to be the 7. I don't like that.
Well,
because you got to draw. He's going to likely leave himself here for that key ball and then just try to draw here.
But how do you leave yourself there after the 2 and 3? Because if that means you got to go 2 first.
He could just play short side on the 3 and shoot it down to this bottom left corner and stop shot.
Oh, that's true. A stop shot on the 2, play the 3 in the bottom left corner.
Just simplify the rack. Don't try to do too much.
I think he's going to draw this back. Uh-oh.
That was not smart.
Oof. He's not in trouble yet necessarily.
You're right, because he got a little fortunate there. The 3 didn't tie up to the 12 ball, because now he can play the 7, drift over, and then just play a stop shot or a little bit of a draw shot, and he'll take that cut from anywhere because the 13's protecting him.
I don't think that he can draw from that angle that you drew. I don't think that that's possible. I think he can
draw to this rail. Don't you think he can draw to the long rail?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. He doesn't like it.
I think he can cheat the pocket, use a lot of right English to throw it, and cheat to this second diamond.
I think he's going to try. Yeah, he coming right through my window.
And now that was
a beautiful shot. But, you know, this is not the pattern he wants to play. Because that 12 ball hampers him from, you know, coming backwards.
Okay, actually, hear me out. Here we go. This is the shot.
Okay.
You draw into this ball with speed. You're going to hit it full. And as long as it clears to here, anywhere past here, and you have a shot. And you don't have to worry about the cue ball traveling too much. Your cue ball is likely going to stop right there. And you just take the cut from there.
I think that's all you have here. You're right. Yeah.
You definitely can't go forward, because if you go forward, you're going to clip it and you're going to end up losing the cue ball down, up table. I think you got to draw into this ball and make sure your speed is good.
He's got to hit it full in the face so the cue ball stays. So he missed the ball completely. Didn't want to try to mess with that. I didn't know he could really get there from that.
Yeah, to me, it looked like if he went past the ball, the 12, he would hit it. So that was a good shot.
Yeah, great shot from Damian.
And this is a shot right here that, man, it's easy to like have your visuals messed up with, because you're shooting between 2 balls. Your 13's next to your ghost ball. But it is nice to know that the 13 is preventing any sort of scratch. So you can hit this with whatever preference, English, whatever makes you comfortable on the shot. You don't have to worry about missing a scratch. Nice shot.
Yeah, good out from Damian. That was well played. Well played. And he's taking
I like when you have a tough shot, but there's like some, like I said, the 13 was preventing him from scratching. Because we all have, let's be honest, like maybe less at their level than ours, but like we all have a preference of shooting like tough shots, whether that be like stunning them, rolling them, drawing them. Like when we have to like make one shot and it's tough and there's nothing else to worry about, like we have a preference. And so him having that 13 ball there allowed him to shoot that however he felt he needed to like up his confidence and increase his chances of making the ball.
Yeah, and as you can see, Damian not playing super sharp. He did not play the patterns that he wanted. His cue ball control was a little bit off, but he made it work with his skills. That's what you'll see from good players, great players. They can still get out of position and get back in and get out of the rack. And that was a really fun rack to watch because there was, an open table safety in the beginning. You don't see that very often, the tactical advantage went to Damian. But let's see if the firepower from Randy Baker can get him to a tie game. It's all about this break. It's scratch on the break with 3 balls down. Wow.
His only hope is this cluster, but with ball in hand, I don't think that it's going to save him.
No, I think you're going to start with the 1. You're going to start with the 1 down here, and then you're set from there. The 8 goes on the side, everything goes, so you don't have to break out the cluster. The 1 plays.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it goes by the 14.
He might play the combo if it's available right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the 1 doesn't go, right? But
yeah,
I mean, if the 1 goes, there's no reason to combo anything here. You would just pocket the 1, you go 1, 4, 5, 6, and
I actually, if it's me, if I'm going to play solids, I'd like to play this 1 down here and follow for the 3 ball, because the 3 ball is the only ball really that's like as it rolls off here because of the ref removing it. But you'll see when the ref moves, like I don't think it goes to the bottom right. So it does, but I don't love playing from above the 12 because it can get kind of funny. So if it was me, I would like to roll forward right now.
That's good.
Take the 3, and then everything after that's wide open.
Yeah, that's smart, Dylan. You're right. The 3 ball is the toughest ball on the table after the 1. So if you can take care of those 2 first, you're in good shape.
Triple G says yes. I believe he ended up with Randy in his wager, and Randy ended up Damian got out the last rack, and then Randy just scratched on an open table. He said, "Good out, shirt guy." Triple G coming with all the entertainment that we needed this morning.
Shirt guy can still shoot. Damian, the owner of Jam Up Apparel. Kind of getting back into the game after taking a little bit of time off.
See, now, does he have to draw back to the long rail? Because he got kind of a little bit flat here.
I think so, yeah.
Unless he decides to come here and play the 6 from a long ways away. I mean, this guy is a 9-foot player, but
I think he's got to draw this. And I think he's got enough little tiny angle to draw into about this spot on the rail. Agreed. And back out. You have a big window because even if you cross your line on the 7, you have the 6 or the 4. You just don't want to draw into the 14 because that 14 can run up this way and block that pocket for the 8 or something crazy. So you really want to try to avoid that 14 at all costs.
Yeah, he should hit right on the middle diamond.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had a little less angle than it looked like.
Well, he's gonna go 4, 5, 6, 7. Are we playing rotation?
Yeah, we're playing rotation now.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep, he's playing rotation. And then he can run the
Saratoga 9 for you guys.
He could run the 9, 10 after that. Keep going.
You want to make sure if you can. I would like to. It looks like he's going forward, but I would like to draw a little bit to give myself high angle on the 5.
Get it underneath it.
I know this is all preference. I just do not like playing underneath the ball. Like I would much rather always be above it because you're guaranteed angle all the time. You can do a lot of things. This ball is pretty close to the rail here, which makes it fine. But when they get up into here and you play underneath it, those can get really tough to like back cut or do what you need to do with the cue ball.
Right.
Even now, he's gonna, you know.
Yeah. He's gonna flirt with that 5
No
ball,
more
the 6
rotation.
ball. And he's a little off on the wrong side of the 7. That's going to pull him away from shape on the 6.
Yeah, you just got to make sure, like just earlier, that 14 ball once again is going to be a point of emphasis in his mind as he's shooting this. He does not want to run into it. So this is more of a stun follow shot instead of a drag shot. He wants to stun follow here with left English to pull it back up. Just like that.
Oh, that's
perfect.
beautiful.
And
That
he got pretty good on the 6 ball, because if he ends up being like over here, you know, this is a little bit more difficult to get on the 8 with the 13 where it is, but he got perfect. Prime real estate. 4-2.
You can see the difference. He's getting more warmed up. These 9 a.m. matches are tough to get the arm loosened up and going, and he's starting to get in that rhythm. We saw in the first couple racks, you know, a couple of the missed shots were just very unusual for Damian.
Mm-hmm.
And he took full advantage of that scratch on break from Randy, and now Damian with a 2-game lead and the break is in a really commanding spot. Randy's going to have to hope for something here, like, you know, he's going to hope for a scratch on break or dry break. That's all he can do at this point. And I'm not saying that it's over or anything, but at this level, when you've got the breaking advantage and a 2-game lead, you are the heavy favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's like, and I think I didn't catch if you said this, but especially at this level. Sorry, my cat just came in and jumped up on me, so I was not paying full attention. But if you're in like the gold division, this might not be as crucial. Who's getting the breaks and, you know, the deficit. It's not, the deficit is more mental at that point than it is like an advantage for your opponent, because they're probably not putting together very many packs. But at this level, of these two guys, you're more of a favorite to break and run than you are not, and so it becomes much more difficult to overcome a deficit.
Agreed. All right, so Damian's break. See if you can keep control of that cue ball, because the cue ball's been moving quite a bit more than
Got kicked, but it avoided the scratch.
Yeah, it's not as on point as he would like with the break, where you get that sort of squat with the cue ball. And now it did get kicked, but it was already rolling towards that bottom rail, and that's when you can kind of get in trouble off the break. But this is going to be a little tricky.
You definitely would want solids here. It's hard. He might. Okay, so here's what he might do. He might play the 1 ball right now, get the cue ball right here, and come at the 4
Look at this.
ball.
He's considering this, Dylan. He's
back
considering
cut combo.
Yep, back cut combo to get started.
You're coming right into these other 3 balls here.
I know, like you're rolling the dice on this one.
I don't like it.
But you're rolling the dice, but it's a pretty simple. Yeah, he's calling it. It's a pretty simple shot to execute. It's just a matter of, you're not going to guaranteed what you're going to end up with afterwards. However, you're guaranteed that you don't have a stuck 4 ball.
Yeah.
Right. So there's that.
What up, Zager and Sean Self, supporting their Salem boy here. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens here.
Here we go. And yeah, I kind of figured he was going to come into the 5.
He's okay. Came out smelling like a rose.
Yep. Now the 7 doesn't play by the 6, but the 6 plays down here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you shoot the 2 here, bump the 15, and then you play the 6, 7, and try to get up for the 1-3, one of those 2 balls, and
Yep.
You're golden.
This is the 14 ball here, but that's
sorry,
okay.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. It's hard to tell on the. Oh, he's bumping.
Or you just do that and hope you have the 7 ball, I guess.
Yeah, he does. That was touchy though. I'm pretty sure he's got the 7 here.
Is that a Jeff Jimenez I see next? Who is that? Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, on the table next.
Yeah, I thought it was Jeff, but it is not.
No.
All right, yeah, he's looking pretty good here. So go forward. You're probably playing for the 3 ball. I would rather play for the 3 next rather than the 1 because you don't have to get perfect. You can kind of run into these things controllably, and you have the 1 here if you don't get good on the 5. So I'd guess he's going to try to end up right about here.
Pretty cool that we can get over 100 live viewers on a Wednesday morning.
You should have listened to me, Damian.
Uh-oh.
You should have listened to me. Can he not see this?
Yeah, he did not see your circle. Unfortunately, we don't have the projector here yet to where you can draw it on the table where the players can see it. Yeah, well, this is what Randy.
For your life.
You know, this is what Randy was hoping for. Just give me a chance, right? Because if Randy can somehow win this rack, then
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Damian doesn't kick and get out of this or swerve and get out of this, it's 4-4. I'm telling you right now.
Massey shot.
And ball in hand.
Went in between them.
Rack them up.
Rack them up. It's pretty much.
Why are we even wasting time here? Rack them up.
Yep. 11, 9, 10. Do you start with the 11 first? Or you have to, right? Because that's
actually, yeah, I would, but I don't know that I would probably leave the 9. I would probably go 11 to the 10. That 10 ball can get really funny really easily.
Yeah, 11, 10, and then get down.
He's gonna leave 11. He's gonna leave the 9.
Ball, maybe
he's gonna leave the 9 to the 10 as his key balls.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at his level, there's 57 different patterns that he can use to run out on right now. He got a little fun. He's going to have to go forward a little bit of inside here, maybe. I couldn't tell how much angle he has. Oh, he can just roll forward. Okay. Yep. Come up for the 9. Play the 9, then the 10. Stop. It'll be a little bit of roll on the 9. Stop shot on the 10. When are we going to just let him rack?
He could choose either one here. He could choose the 10, draw back a little bit for a little.
I actually think for where he's at, I prefer the 10.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Just because it can get so weird angle-wise on a 10, but he's a lot better than me, so.
Either one, I think, was pretty good. You had both options there. All right, he's got himself with a stop shot on the 10.
You heard what I said before Damian's attempt at the Massey. I said if he does not kick or Massey and get out here, the score will be 4-4.
Well, Randy's got to get a good break going.
He had a good break last time. He made 3 balls, but he got kicked into the corner. So,
yep.
I don't imagine he would change anything up here. I think, are we having a player break? Yeah, we're having a player break.
Yeah, just real quick. It looks like player break. I'm
going to refresh my screen so I can get a different color. I'll be right back.
All right.
Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high-quality HD image. Invite a commentator from anywhere in the world. EvoSports is the evolution in billiards entertainment. Live streaming has never been easier. Simply enter your name, add your race length, and start your stream. Join us on YouTube at EvoSports Streaming or at evosports.live.
All right, we're still on player break, but if anybody out there is interested in EvoSports, it is an automated live stream system for pool players, for pool halls. We install these systems, and players can literally stream their matches anytime they want without needing to run any kind of complicated software. It's just a simple tablet. You enter your name, your race length, and start streaming. Starts at only 89. All right, we're back with commentary now, so try to get Dylan back in here. Just a little technical glitch, but we should be okay now. Yes, Triple G, that the finals match for the Elite Singles will be streamed on the feature live stream table, which is on the wire, Creative Media, Raw Hannah. That's going to be at 11 o'clock. So right after this, basically. So Damian now with a chance to close it out, 7-4 if he gets this run out on these last few balls. Okay, he's got pretty flat on this 2-ball. He might have a slight angle to where he can stun back closer to the 6. Oh, beautiful shot there. You got the absolute perfect line on the 6 to just draw back for the 8 in the same pocket, and this thing is over.